So we all want our kids to learn about religion. We all want them to learn about the best way of living this life. But the question is, why to choose Quran to lay the foundation of the understanding of religion? Why choose Quran over different books and personalities and institute for laying the foundation and making the basis of understanding of the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for our children? Why do we do that? Why do we choose Quran? Okay, we all know that there will be a time when we will not be able to go any further without the help of the different personalities and books and institutes for further understanding of Islam. But to start with, to lay the foundation, we always advise you to select the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over anything else. Why is that? Why are we claiming this? Now, this is going to need your attention. The only source that has no deviation in it and is promised to be protected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the only source of Islam which has this qualities is what? Your answer is definitely going to be the Holy Quran. Okay, so does that mean the other institutes and other personalities and other books are immune from making any sort of mistakes and any sort of deviations? And are they immune from being changed and being deviated? No, of course not. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept this special miracle just in the Holy Quran. And this is the main quality of the Holy Quran, that it is protected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and there is no faults in it. Okay? Now, when you are building the foundation of your children's understanding of Islam, if you base this on what the different personalities and the institutes and the books are teaching you, so what's going to happen? Every now and then we find out that this scholar says that what that scholar said about that particular thing was not correct. Or the scholar says that what was written in this book is not correct. So we see that the scholars and the books and the institutes are constantly correcting each other. Okay, it's an evolving process. Okay, but the one thing that always stays constant is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now what's going to happen? When you base your child's understanding of the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on personalities and institutes and different books, and when they start growing and they keep seeing different mistakes and different things that didn't come out to be true from these sources, this causes confusion. Okay, it's like a house that you built on something that is not solid. Okay, this house starts shaking and there's a chance of collapse. Okay, what would you do for making a solid house that would not even fall if there are earthquakes? You would put the foundations and the pillars in something that is never going to be changed, and that is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you have put the foundation and if you have made the pillars on the basis of the Holy Quran, then later on, no matter how many confusions come his way, how many things are proven to be wrong, okay, one thing that will always be constant is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a challenge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala challenges. He says, find mistakes in this book if you could. So we always have this security and assurity that what Quran is telling us right now, our understanding of it will get better by the time, but it will never be proven wrong. And we see that the way we are trying to understand religion today is a bit different from the way the Holy Quran introduces religion to us. Today we have limited ourselves in the books, in the personalities, and the institutes. But look at the Holy Quran. The magicians were the worst enemies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Fir'aun wanted to rely on someone to save the system of kufr that he had created, he couldn't find anyone better than the magicians. So he called them. And Musa alayhi salam showed them the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And after that, these magicians who were born, raised, and worked in the system of kufr, they started saying sentences, such beautiful sentences in the ma'rifah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that these sentences are quoted in the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They said, قَالُوا لَن نُؤْثِرَكَ عَلَى مَا جَاءَنَا مِنَ الْبَيِّنَاتِ. We will never give you a higher rank than what we have seen as a clear sign. وَالَّذِي فَطَرَنَا, or our Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we're never going to make you higher than him. فَقْضِ مَا أَنْتَ قَاضٍ, do whatever you can do. إنما تقضي هذه الحياة الدنيا. What you can do is just make a decision for this world. إنا آمنا بربنا ليغفر لنا خطايانا وما أكرهتنا عليه من السحر. We believe in our Lord and we want Him to forgive us for what we have done and what you forced us to do. Wallahu khairun wa abqa. And Allah is the one who is the best and who will remain forever. Read the verses that continue this particular verse and see how the magicians who have lived their entire life in kufr start to speak about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is what we learn. We learn that the understanding of the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala definitely is much easier with the help of scholars and the books and the institutes, but it's not limited to that. And this is what Quran tells us. And if we have the basis of our child's understanding of religion in the Holy Quran, then there will not be any confusion for them later on in their life, the way we see them being confused or being negligent of this religion because they cannot cope up with everything that is said, from different directions that is just contradicting each other. Every now and then, a single issue comes up, and then some people are saying something else, some people are saying something else. This kind of confusion, if you want to avoid this for your child, then don't make the basis of their understanding of religion in the books and personalities and institutes or anything other than the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.